In today's hectic world, many of us find that worry has become a relentless companion. But what if we could learn to master this challenge, turning worry into a source of strength and resilience? This series, inspired by the enduring wisdom of Dale Carnegie and the ancient teachings of Stoicism, aims to provide you with practical strategies and tools to break free from the grip of worry and embrace a life filled with peace, joy, and fulfillment. If you find this video useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and drop a comment below saying, "Keep it up," to show your support. Your encouragement truly matters to us. Now, let's get started with Lesson 1 and uncover the essential truths about worry. Lesson 1. Essential insights on worry. Your worry survival kit. Alright everyone, let's discuss worry. We all experience it, right? It's like that persistent guest who never leaves, cluttering up the sink and stirring up emotional chaos. But here's the deal. Worry is a universal human reaction to uncertainty and fear. Even the ancient Stoics, masters of emotional resilience, acknowledged that worry is unavoidable. They also recognized that unchecked worry can become a destructive force, draining our energy, joy, and peace of mind. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." In other words, our anxieties frequently cause more distress than the actual events we fear. So how do we confront this worry beast? How can we manage it and prevent it from disrupting our lives? That's where understanding the core facts about worry comes into play. First, worry often stems from fear of the unknown. We fret about the future, potential outcomes, and things beyond our control. While this is a natural inclination, it also leads to anxiety and stress. As modern spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle says, worry pretends to be necessary but serves no useful purpose. When we worry, we're essentially projecting ourselves into an uncertain future, creating scenarios that may never happen. We're borrowing trouble from tomorrow, robbing ourselves of present joy and peace. Second, worry is often driven by our own thoughts and beliefs. We craft stories about what's wrong, what might go wrong, and why we're not adequate. These narratives become self-fulfilling prophecies, creating a negative loop that amplifies our fears and anxieties. The Buddha said, "We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." This reminds us that our thoughts shape our reality, and by altering our thoughts, we can change our life experience. Third, worry can become a habitual behavior that we've reinforced over time. We get so used to worrying that it feels like a natural part of us. But just like any habit, worry can be broken. It requires awareness, effort, and a willingness to change. As modern self-help author Tony Robbins puts it, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your questions. By asking empowering questions like, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can I turn this challenge into an opportunity?" we shift our focus from worry to problem solving and from fear to empowerment. So what are the key facts about worry? 1. Worry often originates from fear of the unknown. 2. Worry is fueled by our thoughts and beliefs. 3. Worry is a habit that can be overcome. By understanding these facts, we can start to build a healthier relationship with worry. We can recognize it for what it is, just a mental construct, not reality. We can choose to focus on the present moment, the things we can control, and the positive aspects of our lives. Remember, as Winston Churchill said, "When I look back on all these worries, I remember the story of the old man who said on his deathbed that he had had a lot of trouble in his life, most of which never happened. So let's not waste our precious time on worries that might never come to pass. Let's concentrate on living in the present, embracing life's challenges and opportunities, and creating a life full of joy, meaning, and purpose." Lesson 2. Basic techniques for analyzing worry. Your worry decoder ring. All right, worry warriors, let's get practical. We all know that worry can feel like a tangled mess of thoughts and emotions that leaves us overwhelmed. But what if I told you there's a way to untangle this mess, decode the messages of worry, and turn those anxious thoughts into actionable solutions? That's where the basic techniques of worry analysis come in. Think of them as your worry decoder ring, a set of tools to help you interpret the hidden meanings behind your worries and develop a plan of action. This isn't some new age magic or a quick fix. It's about tapping into timeless wisdom embraced by philosophers, scientists, and everyday people. The ancient Greeks, experts in logic and reason, understood the need to analyze our worries. The philosopher Socrates famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." This doesn't mean obsessing over every worry, but it does mean examining our anxieties to understand their roots. In modern times, this idea is echoed by cognitive behavioral therapist Dr. David D. Burns, who developed cognitive restructuring. He says, "The way we think about a problem is often the problem. By identifying and challenging our negative thought patterns, we can change our emotional experience and create a more positive reality." So, what are the basic techniques for analyzing worry? Let's break it down. 1. Gather the facts. This might seem obvious, but when we worry, our minds often run wild with worst-case scenarios. By gathering facts, we ground ourselves in reality and gain clearer insight into the situation. 2. Analyze the facts. Once we have the facts, we need to examine them objectively, without letting emotions cloud our judgment. This means looking at the situation from multiple angles, considering all possible outcomes and weighing the pros and cons. 3. Make a decision. Based on our analysis, we need to decide how to proceed. This might involve taking action, seeking help, or simply accepting the situation and moving on. The key is to decide and act, rather than getting stuck in indecision and rumination. Now let's be honest, this process isn't always easy. When we're deep in worry, our emotions can be overwhelming, and our thoughts can seem out of control. But by stepping back, applying these basic techniques, and engaging our rational minds, we can regain control and find a path forward. Think of it like a pilot navigating through a storm. They don't panic. They use their skills, instruments, and knowledge to navigate the turbulence and reach their destination safely. Similarly, when we face a storm of worry, we can use the tools of worry analysis to navigate through emotional turbulence and find calmer waters. Remember, as Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." So, don't let worry defeat you. Embrace the challenge, use these techniques, and keep moving forward. Your resilience, peace of mind, and success depend on it. Lesson 3. Breaking the worry habit. Your Stoic toolkit for a stress-free life. All right, worry warriors. Let's talk about something that affects us all, the worry habit. It's like a persistent mosquito buzzing around, a nagging itch you can't quite scratch. But here's the deal. Worry isn't just an annoyance. It's a thief, robbing you of joy, peace, and even your health. The ancient Stoics, wise philosophers who understood tranquility, knew the destructive power of worry. Seneca, the Stoic statesman, said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." In other words, our worries often cause us more pain than the actual events we fear. But don't worry, because the Stoics also gave us practical techniques to break the worry habit before it breaks us. 1. Live in day-tight compartments. This concept, popularized by Sir William Osler, means focusing on the present moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. It's like compartmentalizing a ship to prevent flooding. You seal off past and future concerns to navigate the present with clarity and purpose. In modern life, this might mean setting aside specific times for worry, scheduled worry sessions, then closing the door on them when the session ends. It's about creating mental boundaries to protect your present from worry. Apply a magic formula. Willis H. Carrier, the genius behind air conditioning, developed a 3-step formula for dealing with worry. 2. Analyze the situation honestly and fearlessly, figuring out the worst possible outcome. Reconcile yourself to accepting the worst if necessary. Devote your time and energy to improving upon the worst. This formula acts like a fire extinguisher for your worries, helping you face fears head-on, accept worst-case scenarios, and focus on solutions. It's a way to turn worry into action, fear into courage, and problems into possibilities. 3. Crowd worry out. This involves keeping yourself so busy with meaningful activities that there's no room left for worry. It's like filling a cup with water until there's no space for anything else. In modern life, this might mean picking up a new hobby, volunteering, spending time with loved ones, or immersing yourself in enjoyable work. It's about finding activities that engage your mind, body, and spirit, leaving no room for worry. These are just a few Stoic techniques to help break the worry habit. Remember, as psychologist Dr. Susan Jeffers says, feel the fear and do it anyway. Don't let worry stop you from living your best life. Use these tools, take action, and watch your worries fade away. Lesson 4. 7 ways to cultivate a mental attitude for peace and happiness. Your Stoic roadmap to inner bliss. All right, seekers of serenity, let's talk about what we all desire: peace and happiness. Before you dismiss this as another self-help cliché, let me assure you that this is about tapping into ancient wisdom, still relevant today. The Stoics, those masters of a good life, believed that happiness isn't about external circumstances, but about our inner state of mind. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor of Rome, said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." In other words, we can create our own happiness by fostering a positive mental attitude. Maintaining a positive mindset in today's chaotic world can seem like an uphill battle. We're bombarded with negativity, stress, and uncertainty, making it easy to slip into worry, anxiety, and despair. So, how do we escape this negativity spiral and develop a mental attitude that nurtures peace and happiness? The Stoics offered a roadmap with 7 principles to guide us to inner bliss. 1. Think and act cheerfully. It might seem obvious, but we often forget the power of a smile, kind words, or positive thoughts. As psychologist Sean Akor says, happiness inspires productivity. Focusing on the good creates a positive spiral that can transform our lives. 2. Let go of resentment. Holding on to anger and resentment is like drinking poison and expecting others to suffer. It only harms us, filling our minds and bodies with stress and negativity. As the Dalai Lama says, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, allowing us to release anger and create space for peace. 3. Expect and embrace ingratitude. Not everyone will appreciate our kindness or efforts, and that's okay. As the Stoics taught, virtue is its own reward. When we give without expecting anything in return, we free ourselves from disappointment and resentment. 4. Count your blessings. Amid the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to overlook our blessings. Taking time each day to reflect on what's good in our lives can significantly improve our mental and emotional well-being. As Oprah Winfrey says, be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. 5. Be yourself. In a world telling us who to be and how to act, it's easy to lose sight of our authentic self. As Oscar Wilde said, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Embracing our unique quirks and passions taps into a source of joy and fulfillment that can't be found elsewhere. 6. Turn lemons into lemonade. Life's challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but how we respond defines us. As the saying goes, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. It's about finding opportunities in obstacles and using challenges as fuel for growth. 7. Focus on helping others. Shifting our focus from our own problems to the needs of others taps into a wellspring of compassion, purpose, and meaning. As Gandhi said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Helping others not only makes a difference in the world, but also enriches our own lives. These 7 Stoic principles are practical tools you can apply daily. By integrating them into your routine, you can foster a mental attitude that promotes peace, happiness, and resilience. It's not about perfection, but about making progress, taking small steps each day toward a more fulfilling and joyful life. Remember, as Ryan Holiday says, the obstacle is the way. Challenges are not roadblocks, but stepping stones to growth. So, embrace the journey and let Stoic wisdom guide you toward a life of peace, happiness, and inner strength. Lesson 5. The Golden Rule for Overcoming Worry. Your Stoic shield against anxiety. All right, worry warriors, let's explore a golden piece of wisdom that can change your relationship with worry. The Golden Rule. This timeless principle, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, is found in nearly every major religion and ethical system. It's not just about being a good person. It's about transforming how we handle worry. Now, before you dismiss this as just another feel-good message, hear me out. When we're overwhelmed with worry, our focus narrows in on ourselves and our problems. We get trapped in endless cycles of what-ifs and why-me's, which only stokes our anxiety and makes us feel isolated. But the golden rule can completely transform this perspective. It encourages us to shift our attention outward, to consider the needs and feelings of others, and to act with kindness, compassion, and empathy. The ancient Stoics, experts in emotional resilience, grasped the power of this outward focus. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Essentially, the best way to handle negativity is not to retaliate with more negativity, but to respond with kindness and understanding. In today's world, Dr. Rick Hanson, a psychologist and author, echoes this idea. He emphasizes the importance of focusing on the positive, stating, "When you focus on the positive, you're not just making yourself feel better, you're actually changing your brain. By practicing gratitude, kindness, and compassion, we can rewire our brains for happiness and well-being." So, how can we use the golden rule to tackle worry? Here are some practical tips. 1. Practice empathy. Imagine yourself in the place of the person you're worried about. How would you want to be treated in their situation? What comforting or encouraging words would help you? By focusing on others' needs, we can shift our attention from our own worries and foster a sense of connection and compassion. 2. Perform acts of kindness. Doing something nice for someone not only brightens their day, but also boosts your own mood. Research shows that acts of kindness release endorphins, which reduce stress and anxiety. Whether it's volunteering, offering a helping hand, or giving a compliment, make a habit of spreading kindness. 1. Practice empathy. Imagine yourself in the place of the person you're worried about. How would you want to be treated in their situation? What comforting or encouraging words would help you? By focusing on others' needs, we can shift our attention from our own worries and foster a sense of connection and compassion. 2. Perform acts of kindness. Doing something nice for someone not only brightens their day, but also boosts your own mood. Research shows that acts of kindness release endorphins, which reduce stress and anxiety. Whether it's volunteering, offering a helping hand, or giving a compliment, make a habit of spreading kindness. 3. Cultivate gratitude. Shifting focus from what you lack to what you have can significantly impact your mental and emotional state. Gratitude helps reduce worry and increase happiness. As Melody Beatty puts it, gratitude turns what we have into enough. By embracing the golden rule, we become better individuals and create a more positive reality for ourselves. It's like a boomerang of goodness. Positive energy you put out comes back to you. Remember Gandhi's wisdom: the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. So let go of your worries, embrace the golden rule, and start spreading kindness, compassion, and gratitude. You'll be surprised at how much lighter, brighter, and happier your life can become. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and leave a comment below saying, "Keep it up," to show your support. Your encouragement means everything to us. Lesson 6. Defending against criticism with your Stoic armor. Alright, fellow seekers of fortitude, let's dive into a topic that can sting more than a jellyfish: criticism. We all seek approval and validation, but the hard truth is, not everyone will like us, our work, or our choices. And that's perfectly okay. The ancient Stoics, masters of emotional strength, would argue that criticism, especially when unfair, is not only inevitable, but could signal your own success and virtue. Imagine yourself as a mighty oak tree in the forest. You offer shade, shelter, and nourishment to many, yet you also attract attention from woodpeckers, squirrels, hoarding your acorns, and even the occasional lumberjack. Do you let these criticisms shake you? No, you stand firm, rooted in your strength and purpose, knowing your worth isn't defined by others' opinions. The Stoics, like Epictetus, grasped this well. He said, "If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but respond, 'He was ignorant of my other faults.' Otherwise, he would have mentioned those as well." Don't let critics get you down. Use their feedback as a chance for self-reflection and growth. In today's world, Brené Brown, author and speaker, encourages us to embrace vulnerability and imperfection. She says, "If you're not in the arena also getting your ass kicked, I'm not interested in your feedback." Criticism from those not willing to take risks is meaningless. Here are some Stoic-inspired strategies to handle criticism. 1. Remember, no one kicks a dead dog. Though it sounds harsh, it reminds us that criticism often accompanies success. The more you expose yourself to the public, the more praise and criticism you'll attract. See criticism as a sign that you're making an impact. 2. Do your best, then let go. Focus on giving your best effort, aligning with your values, and making a positive contribution. Once you've done that, let go of the outcome. The only thing we truly control is our own actions and choices. 3. Keep a record of your mistakes. Everyone makes errors, but wise people learn from them. Maintain a journal of your mistakes to use as a tool for improvement. Recognizing and addressing our flaws helps us grow. 4. Seek unbiased feedback. Get constructive criticism from trusted and respected individuals. This can help identify blind spots, refine your skills, and aid personal growth. But remember, not all feedback is valuable. Be selective about whose opinions you value, and don't let negativity derail your progress. Applying these Stoic principles helps build resilience, self-worth, and the ability to use criticism as fuel for growth rather than letting it deter you. Theodore Roosevelt wisely said, "It is not the critic who counts. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena." Lesson 7. 6 ways to prevent fatigue and worry and boost your energy and spirits. All right, energy enthusiasts, let's explore something we all desire: endless energy and high spirits. Before you grab that extra cup of coffee or sugary energy drink, consider a more sustainable solution. The ancient Stoics, wise in the art of living, knew the importance of maintaining both physical and mental energy. They recognized that fatigue and worry drain us and can lead to other issues, including poor decision-making and health problems. Fortunately, they offered us 6 principles to prevent fatigue, dispel worry, and foster a vibrant life. Think of it as your Stoic energy elixir, combining ancient wisdom with modern insights to enhance your well-being. 1. Rest before you get tired. It may sound counterintuitive, but Stoics believed in preventing fatigue. Regular breaks, prioritizing sleep, and listening to your body's signals help avoid burnout and sustain your energy throughout the day. In modern terms, this could mean scheduling short breaks, taking an afternoon nap, or stepping away from screens for fresh air. It's about respecting your body's need for rest. 2. Learn to relax at work. This isn't about being unproductive, but reducing stress and tension. Practice mindfulness. Take deep breaths or adjust your posture. The Stoics believed that relaxing the body helps calm the mind and reduce worry. So, when stress hits, stretch, breathe deeply, and release tension. 3. Learn to relax at home. Just as relaxing at work is crucial, unwinding at home is equally important. Spend time with loved ones, engage in hobbies, or simply recharge alone. The Stoics saw our homes as places of peace. Create a relaxing environment and fill it with things you love to recharge effectively. 4. Apply 4 good work habits. 1. Clear your desk. Keep only relevant papers on your desk. This helps you focus and avoid feeling overwhelmed by clutter. 2. Prioritize tasks. Do things in order of their importance to ensure you're focusing on what matters most. 3. Solve problems promptly. Address issues immediately if you have the information needed. This prevents problems from piling up and causing stress. 4. Organize, delegate, and supervise. Delegate tasks to avoid burnout and share responsibility. 5. Put enthusiasm into your work. Approach your work with purpose and passion. Engaged and enthusiastic work reduces fatigue and stress. Find ways to connect deeply with your tasks, whether by setting meaningful goals or appreciating your contributions. 6. Remember, no one was ever killed by lack of sleep. While sleep is important, stressing about not getting enough can worsen insomnia. If you're having trouble sleeping, relax, focus on your breath, and trust that your body will get the rest it needs. Incorporating these 6 Stoic principles helps create an energy elixir that prevents fatigue and worry while boosting your well-being. It's not about becoming superhuman, but tapping into your innate resilience and joy. As Ryan Holiday says, The obstacle is the way. Challenges like fatigue and worry are opportunities for growth and transformation. Embrace the journey and let Stoic wisdom guide you to boundless energy, unwavering spirit, and inner peace. Lesson 8. Real-life stories of conquering worry. All right, worry warriors. Let's finish up with some real-world inspiration. We've covered theory and strategies for overcoming worry, but now let's hear from those who faced their worries head-on and triumphed. These stories are beacons of hope, showing that we're not alone in our struggles, and that peace, joy, and resilience are possible. The woman who found strength in service. A widow battling depression and loneliness discovered solace in helping others. Volunteering and supporting those in need, she found that giving led to receiving. Her story reflects the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. By focusing on others, she transcended her own worries and found renewed purpose. The businessman who embraced prayer. A businessman facing financial and health problems turned to prayer in his darkest hour. Surrendering his problems to a higher power, he found peace and clarity. His story reminds us that we're not alone. There's strength and wisdom available if we ask for help. The athlete who conquered worry through exercise. A former Olympic athlete struggling with anxiety and insomnia found that physical activity was his remedy. Pushing his body's limits helped quiet his mind and bring inner peace. His story reflects the Stoic principle of mens sana in corpore sano, a healthy mind in a healthy body. The writer who learned to laugh at himself. A writer with hypochondria and self-doubt learned to overcome worry by laughing at himself. Realizing his fears were often exaggerated, he found that taking himself less seriously lightened his load and brought more joy. His story highlights the importance of humor and perspective. The teacher who found peace in the present moment. A teacher overwhelmed by job and family demands discovered the power of living in the present. By focusing on the here and now, she let go of past and future worries, finding peace and contentment. Her story embodies the Stoic principle of amor fati, loving one's fate. These stories showcase how worry can be overcome and a more peaceful life achieved. They remind us that worry isn't our master, but a habit we can break and a challenge we can overcome. By applying the principles and techniques discussed, you too can transform your relationship with worry, finding peace, joy, and purpose. Remember Ralph Waldo Emerson's advice: finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. Let go of your worries, embrace the present, focus on the positive, and trust in timeless wisdom. Your journey to a worry-free life starts now.